Richard, how are you?
How you doing, guys? How you doing, Spence?
Hey, Rich, how's things, mate?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Brilliant.
Oh, good. So tell us about this guy. Turki has 20 wins, just one defeat to his name. This might be quite a test for you, but that's what you want, Richard, right?
Exactly. You know, sometimes you need a test to really kind of just see what you're capable of. And I believe all of the fights I've had, the hardest tests, they bring out the best in me. And I think this will be one of my greatest performances on the 11th of June.
Yeah, he's European champion. He's only got that one defeat, but he did lose to a guy that you stopped, Richard, in Tommy McCarthy. He lost to him on a split decision, but he's a southpaw. He's tough.
Yeah.
He comes forward. Yeah, this kid poses a few problems, doesn't he? I mean, you're putting a lot on the line here because like you say, IBF number 2 ranking, world title shot could be sometime very soon.
Exactly. You know, so there's a lot to play for here, and that's why I've taken the fight very seriously. I'm in the gym training. I'm very, very confident that I'll get the win, and I want to get in good fashion. It's not enough to just win these days. You know, people want to see explosive performances, and that's what I'm training for right now.
Well, we're going to definitely get that with Turki, aren't we? Because he's a guy that likes to come forward. You do as well, so we can expect bombs straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely expect big shots off the back, you know, and I believe I punch way harder than him as well. So we're going to see if he's able to take the shots that I dish out, and I highly doubt it.
Simon, Richard impressed you with the win over Juma back in March.
He did,
and he was patient. You were saying he was patient, waited his moment, and then he nailed the fella.
Yeah, well, I'm an admirer of Richard. I think he knows it anyway. But going into this fight, Richard, I mean, I never like to talk to a fighter about the fight that comes after this, but I'm going to because it's part and parcel of the discussion.
I've noticed that.
Where I mean, it seems to me on the IBF ratings that you're one space behind Turki. Where does this fight lead you to? Where, I mean, it's been billed as an IBF eliminator. An eliminator to what? Fighting Breedis or what?
To be fair, with this game, it can get a bit complicated, and once I win this fight, I'll be high up in the rankings across all boards. So I think we'll have options to see what best move there is. And, you know, the current champions, they, you know, who knows, they might want to do something else, because I've heard some talk about Breedis wanted to do this and that. And he's clearly not active as well. He's trying to get a fight with one YouTuber, Jake Paul. He's been trying for probably a year and a bit now. So
because you're ranked 6 in the WBC, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm up in them rankings as well. But with a good win here, I'll be even higher. So I think we'll have more opportunities to kind of select more options. And I don't really care, man. Whoever, I believe in myself, and I believe I will beat everybody out there.
Without taking your eye off the job on June the 11th, you come through that one victorious, Richard. I mean, are we looking for a world title shot straight after that one? I mean, do you know if you've got any sort of idea, you know, when you're looking at that world title shot?
Yeah, 100%. You know, we're talking about June. I've had one in March, this one in June, and then we can talk see if we can get that shot by the end of the year. You know, I want to be active. I've had 4 fights in the space of 8 months. Come June the 11th, I'm the most active cruiserweight in the world at the minute. And I think the time is now. You know, I don't need no tune-up fight or anything like that.
I'd like to see you
jump in.
I'd like to see you win this fight compellingly. I'd like to see you win one more before taking on a belt. And I'd like to see you fight Badu Jack. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like that fight as well. You know,
That's a great fight.
I was talking to my promoter about that and to my coach. I was like, I want that fight. I actually was asking for that fight before I fought Dion Juma. I was like, that's a great fight because he's based out in America. It's a high profile fight.
Exactly.
Can we get him here? I don't know who he's in bed with at the minute, but you know, he's kind of tied up with all these other promoters and stuff. But listen, I love that fight. I reckon I'll knock him out as well.
Is that a fight you would travel for as well, Richard? If you couldn't secure the rights here, would you travel to the States for that?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm not looking to be in on points.
Good. Tell me about your schedule these days, Richard. As you obviously now well and truly embarked on a campaign to get to the very top. There's pressure that comes with that, but there's all sorts of commitment that goes with that. I mean, boxing, you live it. Every single day, you sleep it, you live it, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. The pressure's on you. There's no hiding in that ring. It shows who's been putting in the most amount of work. and how much work how much you dedicated yourself to the sport. It all shows in the ring. It's the square circle of truth. That's what they call it. And I live the life. That's why I'm confident. I'm in the gym now. I just finished training. AJ's in the gym as well. He's working on his next working towards his next fight. Yeah, everybody's on it. Everybody's hungry. He's inspiring me because I want to get to where he is.
Have you just left AJ, Richard? Have you just been with him?
Yeah, he was I was just literally sitting down just watching him train before, it got closer to the time of our interview. And I'm just trying to soak up everything that I can to give me the best advantage towards my career.
You can be our spy in the camp. How is AJ looking?
Yeah, AJ looking dangerous. It's what, he can punch. He just needs to land one of those shots and game over.
Richard, are you going to give us the exclusive on when he's fighting?
I think it could go down the summer.
They're talking about July 23rd, aren't they?
Yeah, 23rd. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. So hopefully that is the date, and it's going to be a different fight from the first one. He's definitely going to be aggressive. So that's going to be a completely different fight than the first. He was like boxing, trying to beat Usyk at his own game. That's not going to work. So he's changed things up.
It's a great landscape right now because you have an opportunity, whether you fight someone like Badu Jack, which gets a great name on your resume, then builds you up to a world title shot. Then we've got domination of the heavyweight division, potentially, with Tyson Fury, whatever he does or doesn't do. We all think he's going to come back, and Anthony coming back into the frame if he manages to overcome Usyk. Then we've got Lawrence over here in your division, which is AJ's guy, and then we've got you. So I think it's a really interesting time for those two big weights. And I'm very optimistic for you. So, I'm very keen to see you dispense with this fellow on Saturday or whenever you're fighting him in the best fashion and then moving through the gears, Richard.
That's it. That's the plan, Simon. And trust me, I'm the best man for it.
Good lad.
Good man. Listen, Spencer and I know you Crystal Palace boys stick together, don't you? Through thick and thin. We know what's going on here, Richard.
It's a family affair.
It's a family affair. Richard, you're always welcome on this show, mate. We love you a lot, and thanks so much for joining us.
Love you too.
Yeah.
See ya.
Best of luck, Richard.
Here's a guy going places, is he not?
Oh, 100%.
Interesting what you said, Joshua there.
Well.
Joshua knocking hell out of bag in that gym. I mean, I think we're going to see a different Anthony Joshua this time around, aren't we?
We have to.
I
think we have to. And he he's told me that himself. He recognised that he needs that rawness that he once had that took him to the world heavyweight title. He needs to rediscover that. So, he's got to roll the dice now. He's at that stage where he can't. He's tried to outbox Usyk. That didn't work. He got clearly beaten by doing that. So he has to go back to what he knows best, and that's getting in there and having a tear.
The intriguing thing is, it is universally accepted, besides in Anthony Joshua's camp, that there's a distinct possibility he's going to lose again to Usyk. And boxing has this habit of rewriting history and rewriting headlines and reconstituting people's career. So whilst I do think that Usyk has all the tools, Anthony Joshua has one potential weapon, which is a phenomenal punch.
Sure.
That and a phenomenal series of punches, and if he gets Usyk going, then there's a different. We don't know that about Usyk. Sure. We saw Usyk getting mauled by Derek Chisora. We all thought he wasn't going to be big enough to deal with Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
This time round, I would like it because I'd like to see Tyson dragged out of his potential retirement. And
I love that.
Joshua.
What is this pose you've struck? You look like Rose out of Titanic.
I'm stretching my legs. I have a bad back.
You what?
I have a bad back.
Oh,
so I told you my hamstrings are hurting. It's from carrying you lot all the time.
Oh, no problem. Coming up to 1:45.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.